1:15. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Niranjan Abesundara. A special discussion will be conducted between railway trade unions and Minister Bandhu Wardana today. President Ranil Wickremesinghe meets the Bangladesh Prime Minister in Delhi. It has been stated that a youth generation of conceptual development is needed to make the country to a new path economically. Payment of preschool teachers will be increased from 2,500 rupees to 5,000 rupees. Gunny Mullah Sanjeeva moved to Booster prison. Europe's night of election drama capped by Macron bombshell. Deputy General Manager of Railways N.J. Nepalagate says that several train journeys were cancelled due to the strike launched by the engine drivers. However, he told SLBC that 80% of train journeys had been added to the operation. A special discussion will be conducted between railway trade unions and Minister Bandhu Wardana today. They have been on strike since midnight on Thursday over several key demands, including solutions to the delays in second-class promotions of locomotive drivers, delays in the recruitment process, and several other issues. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has held discussion with the Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in New Delhi, India. The bilateral meeting took place while they are in New Delhi to attend the oath-taking ceremony of the new Indian government at the invitation of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. President Wickremesinghe arrived in India on Sunday via Indira Gandhi Airport to attend the swearing-in ceremony of Narendra Modi, who was elected as the Prime Minister of India for the third consecutive term. Meanwhile, President Wickremesinghe has met with the Minister of External Affairs of India, Dr. S. Jaishankar, in New Delhi during his visit to India. Senior advisor to the President on National Defence, Sagar Ratnakar, says that a new generation of conceptual development is needed to take the country to a new path economically. He made the remark while participating as the chief guest at the 6th session of Sri Lanka 5th Parliament. He also pointed out the need of stable economic policy to rebuild the country. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
A comprehensive banking services package with a branded checkbook as well as debit and credit card exclusively for you.
Minister Mahinda Amarveera says that the government decided to increase the 2,500 rupee payment for the preschool teachers up to 5,000 rupees. This payment will be provided to 34,000 preschool teachers who are currently serving. The minister made the remarks at a discussion held with the representatives of preschool teachers in Angdamalasa yesterday. The Gampa Magistrate Court has ordered for the notorious drug trafficker and organized criminally infamous known as Gunny Mullah Sanjeeva, who is currently under detention orders, to be moved to the Booster prison. Accordingly, he was ordered to be detained in the Booster prison until June 24th. This order was issued when the suspect was produced before the Gampa Magistrate Silani Pereira this morning. Under both figures were detained at the Virangula police station under detention orders obtained by the Colombo North Crimes Division under the Prevention of Terrorism Act, the PTA. Gunny Mullah Sanjeeva was arrested at the Bandaranaike Airport in Katunayaka upon his return from Nepal on September 13, 2023. That was local news.
Elevate your life with People's Bank Excelsior. A comprehensive banking services package with a branded checkbook as well as debit and credit card exclusively for you.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
Health Secretary Specialist Dr. Palitha Mahipal has emphasized that measures will be taken to strengthen primary health service within the next 5 years, spending 70 billion rupees. He stated that 5 cardiology state units will be established covering all districts. The funds provided by the World Bank aid will be utilized to develop the primary health service, spending 14 billion rupees annually. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
Moving on to Watchlight, the National Dengue Control Unit NDCU reports a rapid increase in dengue cases, with 875 reported in the first 9 days of June compared to 247 in May. So far this year, 25,799 cases have been recorded, with the Western Province reporting the highest at 9,441 cases and 9 deaths. That came to you in Watchlight.
Coming up, World News.
Europe's night of election drama capped by Macron bombshell. Major reformist moderates disqualified as Iran presidential candidates. Israel centrist minister Benny Gantz quits Netanyahu government. France's President Emmanuel Macron has called a bombshell snap parliamentary election after being defeated by the far right in the European election in a night of drama that overall saw the centre-right tighten on their grip on the EU Parliament. Mr. Macron made the announcement after losing to his rival Marine Le Pen and Jordan Bardella and their National Rally Party. France's result was one of the big gains that European far-right parties had expected, and confirmation came with all the exit polls giving National Rally more than 30% of the vote, double that of Mr. Macron's centrist Renaissance Party. Iranian government has unveiled a list of 6 people allowed to stand in the presidential election on June 28th. Most of the major reformists and moderate applicants were disqualified. The interior ministers on Sunday announced the handed lineup for the election, which is called after President Ibrahim Raisi died in a helicopter crash last month. 80 people filed for candidacy. The Guardian Council, or a panel of Islamic jurists and others, approved only 6 of them as candidates after examining the qualifications such as loyalty to the country's Islamic establishment. The 6 include Parliamentary Speaker Mahmoud Bakr Kalbif, who once belonged to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Israeli Minister Benny Gantz announced his resignation from the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's emergency government on Sunday, withdrawing the only centrist power in the embattled leader's far-right coalition amid a month-long war in Gaza. The departure of Gantz's centrist party will not pose an immediate threat to the government, but it could have a serious impact nonetheless, leaving Netanyahu reliant on hardliners with no end in sight to the Gaza war and a possible escalation of fighting with Lebanese Hezbollah. Last month, Gantz presented Netanyahu with a June deadline to come up with a clear day after the strategy of Gaza, where Israel had been pressing a devastating military offensive against the ruling Palestinian militant group Hamas. Back to the headlines of the world news. Europe's night of election drama capped by Macron bombshell. Major reformists moderates disqualified as Iran presidential candidates. Israel centrist minister Benny Gantz quits Netanyahu government. That was world news.
Development news.
Chairman of the Land Development Corporation, Hiran Badasuri, says that a large number of projects are underway to prevent the floods that may occur in the Colombo city. Reconstruction work of the canal network have begun. That came to you in development news.
Moving on with sports news.
The cricket tournament of the ICC Championship Trophy is to be conducted in Pakistan from 19th of February to 9th of March next year. The ICC has made arrangements to conduct the tournament after 8 years. Pakistan won the championship trophy in 2017, defeating India. That was sports news.
Go ekakthiyana youth කට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු ගීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Sri Lanka Tourism participated at the Guangzhou International Trade Fair, which is an annual event held as an important platform for all the travel industry participants across the world to meet, network, negotiate and conduct businesses in the tourism sector in southern China. At the GITF held in Guangzhou, China last month, Sri Lanka was also awarded as the most popular cultural tourism destination, which showed its success in portraying Sri Lanka as a land of culture and heritage. That was business news.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go එකක් තියන youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු හීන හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
On economic news, a recent meeting between the Sri Lanka Greater Mekong Business Council, Obsidian Chamber of Commerce and the Ambassador of Vietnam to Sri Lanka, Ho Thi Kun Truc, focused on identifying strategies to boost production, increase exports, and attract investments in various sectors, including agriculture, construction, logistics, tourism, and pharmaceuticals. During the discussion, SLBC President Surya Kumara emphasized the importance of attracting Vietnamese investors to Sri Lanka, particularly in agriculture and manufacturing, where there is significant potential for growth.
Weather report.
Several spells of showers will occur in the western, Sabaragamuwa and northwestern provinces and the Kandy, Nuwara Gold and Matara districts. Fairly showers above 7 millimeters are likely at some places in the western, Sabaragamuwa and surrounding provinces in the Nuwara district as well. Showers and showers may occur at a few places in the Uva province in the evening or night. Strong winds of about 40-50 kilometers an hour can be expected at times on the western slopes of the central hills, northern, north-central and northwestern provinces, and in Trincomalee, Hambantota and Morolagara districts. And back to the headlines of this news broadcast. A special discussion will be conducted between the railway trade unions and Minister Bandar Gulabadana today. Pranab Wickremesinghe meets the Bangladeshi Prime Minister in Delhi. It has been stated that a youth generation of conceptual developed is needed to make the country a new path economically. Payment of preschool teachers will be increased from 2,500 rupees to 5,000 rupees. Gandhi Sanjeeva moved to Booster prison. And Europe's night of election drama capped by Macron bombshell. With that we end our news broadcast into Radio Sri Lanka and a message for you.